Hey guys, welcome back to RHR Jen. I'm so glad you're here. Okay, so this is another compilation for you. The first part is one of my favorite videos I ever made. You'll hear it. It's like a storybook version of Harry and when Harry met Meghan. So enjoy that, and then we go into some just seeing the difference of Harry interacting with other people and then Harry interacting with Meghan. So get ready. I hope you enjoy. Let's take a look. Remember when he used to look like this, and then this happened, and now he's become nothing but this? Well, we're going to rewind it and go back in time and look at when he used to look like this. Once upon a time, there was a boy named Harry who never quite grew up. We'll see that in a minute. But he used to have fun with his brother and sister-in-law. In fact, he loves her so much he called her his sister. They had such a nice relationship. Although it's been reported he did have anger issues behind the scenes, at least in public, he seemed to always put on a happy face. He seemed generally liked and to have a good personality. There was even a time where he wasn't completely miserable and he ranked one of the highest in popularity of the royal family. He loved to have a good laugh. He loved his brother. Again, he loved his sister-in-law. He just seemed like a happier person. Again, sounds like he could be moody behind the scenes, but if nothing else in public, he was putting on a happy face. Even with his dad, whose relationship has been rocky, it sounds like, he's putting on a happy face. He seems genuinely happy here to be around his father and his stepmother and his brother, putting on a happy face. There we go. I don't think it's faking it. He seems to be genuinely happy there. Having fun with the Queen. It's often said he's one of her favorites. They seem to have a lovely relationship. Again, by stories, but also you can see it in the pictures. And there he is with his grandfather. Happy, smiling, laughing, enjoying time with his family. But then he met a really scary monster. Like real scary. She couldn't do anything but cling on to him. She decided that it was her job to convince him that his whole family was awful, and that the people around him were awful, the people of the country were awful, and that life was awful. And he believed her because he's real dumb. And then he convinced himself that he's a big old victim. So together, the two awful people who believe they are victims decided that they know better than everybody else in the family. All the years of tradition, gone. We don't need those. All the happiness, gone. All the joy, that's gone too. The sea witch sucked it out of him. Now we're left with miserable Beaker Face, who's unable to do anything but pout and scowl and be miserable all the time. They thought it was their job to bring misery to everybody else in the land. That's right, the sea witch continues to smile, but the dumb crown eater just keeps making faces like this. He blames everybody else for every grievance ever in his whole life, which he writes down in crayon in a book, so that way he can try to sell it to the public. See how happy he looks? It appears as if things are going really well for him, and that he's made all the right decisions. Will things ever get better for the miserable crown eater, do you ask? No, probably not, because he's got a multiple book deal and he's got more things to sell. It's even crazier, you ask? Well, I'll tell you, he expects apologies from the people he tried to bring down and make miserable. He turned his back on service, he turned his back on his family, he turned his back on his country. And he's so busy trying to convince us that he and his sea hag wife are the victims that he just looks like this all the time. But don't worry, guys. It's a happy ending. Not for him, because he chose his own destiny and then made it worse by writing all these books and doing all these interviews. But it's a happy ending for these two. They didn't let the evil sea witch and the stupid crayon eater get them down. They decided to keep moving and serving the country and working toward fulfilling their destinies. Instead of writing in crayon who pushed who when they were 12 years old. Instead of airing every grievance ever in their entire orbit, they decided to just keep living their lives. Hey, look at that. She doesn't have to cling on to him. They don't have to force smiles. They seem genuinely happy. The end. You guys, I had the best time making this video. I just found it really funny and fun. I hope you enjoyed it. We're going to remember when Harry looked like this and not so much this. Want to give a shout out to, is it Gagi? I hope. Thank you for recommending this. They wrote, you should do a Harry with Chelsea versus Harry with Meghan comparison. He was so happy and she was able to calm him down or at least talk him off the edge. Great idea. Let's get into this. So just a reminder as we jump into this video that Harry and Chelsea were together from 2004 to 2011. They had a 7-year relationship. I also want to point out that Chelsea is happy, is married, has a little baby. Good for her. I in no way think she should have stayed with that idiot. But I'm just doing this for the purpose of showing the difference of Harold with somebody else versus Harold now. Now let's take a little deep dive together, shall we? Just Google Prince Harry and Chelsea Davy. This is the legitimate Google search that pops up. These are the results, I should say, that pop up. Just scan it with your eyes. Do you see anything? Do you see that generally in these pictures Harry looks pretty happy? And then do the same thing, Prince Harry, Meghan Markle. Again, these are just the Google results that pop up. And generally, most of the pictures, Harry looks pretty miserable. And then let's take it a step further. I just Googled Prince Harry 2010. That was one of the years that they were dating. And again, look at the pictures. Generally, most of the pictures that pop up, pretty happy. Yeah, he's still a sulky kid here, but pretty happy, right? Now let's take a look at the pictures that pop up when you Google Prince Harry 2023. Tell me what you see. Generally, pretty miserable. I make this point to say I didn't need to cherry pick any pictures for this. The pictures are just there. You can Google it. You can see it yourself. There is a clear difference in his personality before and after. So now that we've gotten used to this, let's go back in time and look at when he used to look like this. Remember when he would take a car ride and look like this? Well, now he takes car rides that look more like this. Or even like this. Remember when he was able to just walk freely and not be clung on to and just, smile? Now we see him more like this, more often than not. Remember the candid photos when nobody was playing look at me with the camera and they would just catch him, happy and smiling. Now we get candids like this. Looking good, Harry. And again, remember when he was just okay having his picture made and didn't really care so much and just seemed to be, okay with everything, right? Pretty happy? Now we get this, Prince of Pout. Didn't get to sit where I wanted to sit and be acknowledged the way I want to be acknowledged, so this is the face I make. And here's another one. Just a happy time and smiling and not that huge chip on his shoulder. Weird, huh? Haven't seen this in a long time. And there we have it. The Harry we know now, looking miserable, lost, and pouty. Think back to when Harry really seemed to like to be around William and seemed to be pretty happy around him. Now we get photos like this. And anger because William said, hey, make sure you know what you're doing. Maybe slow down a little bit. And how about this? When Harry could be around Catherine and be smiling and happy and again, it just seems to be a happy picture and, oh, look at this, just having fun and, again, being happy. Not this. Weird, huh? He doesn't seem to have the animosity back then that he picked up now and doesn't seem to have the chip on his shoulder and the anger. I'm sure it's still there a little bit, but not quite the same way. Nobody needs to glare at each other. Oh, until you get to now. There's lots of glaring now. Remember the joy in his face and the freedom to, move around and give a smooch or be playful? Yeah, that's gone too. Can't even shake hands without somebody clutching onto your arm. Weird, huh? You used to get like silly, playful, joking looks like this. And now it's so much more of this. Here we have what he describes as an unhappy time. And then he goes and tries to convince us he's happy now. They lie about everything, so why wouldn't they lie about that too? Again, I don't think the pictures are lying. Take a look back then. Seems pretty happy to me. And now, there you go. One of them smirking for the camera. Him, not so much. I think he looks like he's just given up. And then I'll leave you with this one. Just take a look and tell me which one he seems happier in, because, it's hard to tell, right? I hope you can read my sarcasm in that. You guys, so much. It is crazy to see how far he's fallen, right? I'm not talking about women at this point. I'm just talking about himself and how dark he's gotten and become, and how we get this all the time now. This horrible energy, this darkness. Ugh. It gives me the creeps. Anyway, guys, again, I love Chelsea. This is not a dig at Chelsea. This is a dig at Harry. I'm glad she was able to find her happiness while these two can enjoy their misery together. Taking a look at We're So Happy. That's right, pictures of the loved up couple that we definitely want to emulate. And to help me through this one, I have my other half.
Hello, this is Jay, also known as Dr. Bad Vibes on YouTube and Twitch. I'm here to say stuff about people that look like they're in love.
So we're going to take a look at some We're So Happy moments with the happiest couple that we could think of. They're so happy, you guys.
It's not easy being so happy. Yes, I am so happy. Oh no, I'm going to get in trouble now.
Fighting at Eugenie's wedding? Oh, it wasn't enough to have the attention on you by doing baby announcements at the wedding. You have to fight at the wedding as well. We're so happy.
We're in love and we're so happy.
What the hell did I marry? We're so happy.
Fight club at another wedding. We're so happy.
Zombies on Zoom. We're so happy.
The paparazzi caught us being so happy.
I'm going to put him back in his cage and not let him eat his crayons when we get home. I'm so happy.
Why is she standing so awkwardly with her legs so far apart? She trying something out? I'm so happy.
We're so happy we look like wax figures here.
Seriously, why is she standing like that? Is she planning to sell one of those vagina candles as well? Oh, I'm so happy.
My robot seems to have malfunctioned. We're so happy. Seriously, though, how am I just seeing this picture? What is his face? Oh my God, it's haunting my soul.
Oh yes, happy moments. When I told her to turn around, and then she made me sleep on the broken dog bowl. I'm so happy.
I'm sitting here making up a bunch of shit trying to make us money. And I'm crying, and the doofus I'm married to is trying to cover up his burp. I'm so happy.
Oh, she's showing me her Mary Catherine Gallagher impersonation again. What could she possibly smell? I'm so happy.
I'm going to bring back my blog, The TIG, and I'm going to teach everybody how to be as happy as we are because we're so happy.
She keeps telling everyone we were married 3 days before. We're so happy.
Going to events, we're so happy.
Going to more events, we're still so happy.
I'm a robot and my doofus husband doesn't know where to look for the camera. We're still so happy.
Seriously though, what is she smelling? Is she really working on that candle? Oh, we're so happy.
See, we're so happy we like to go for nice little walks like this.
Now it's her turn to smell my candle. We're so happy.
Ooh, Harold's in trouble now, but just remember they're so happy.
Her laughter never gets old. We're so happy.
Sometimes you just want a happy and fun and relaxing night at the theater. Just look how happy we are. We're so happy.
She's wearing the strangest apron, but we're still so happy.
So happy to listen to my idiot husband drone on about whatever the hell he's talking about, probably Legos.
It's tough to fake a kid. Fake a kid is tricky. Tricky. So, this isn't scripted. I just sit down and say dumb stuff, and Jen sometimes records it, so that's how that one got in. I'm so happy. We've defeated Luke Skywalker. We're so happy.
Side note, Jay did not get to see these pictures when I was putting this together, so he literally just saw it, started laughing, and said, "What the hell, Star Wars villain?" And that's where that came from.
I'm a bit annoyed at Mr. Bunsen Honeydew, but I'm still so happy.
Seriously, again, I couldn't stop laughing at this picture. What the hell, cross-eyed beaker? What am I looking at? And finally, I just wanted a we're so happy, but also feel sorry for me picture because that's what our brand is all about.
We can still be happy, even if we're leaving the spotlight. No, wait, no. Put us back in! Put us back in!
I love this so much. Whoever made this is a genius because she's still, smiling and waving at the camera. Look at me. And he's still moping off into the, darkness. But guys, that has been We're So Happy. I had so much fun making this one. I'm so glad my co-host was here to help fill in the happiness blanks. But we really appreciate you watching. If there's another compilation like this that you'd like to see, by all means, leave it in the comments. We welcome them. Jade.